alrighty, knuckleheads. I was going to talk to you. It's like the only one that watches me is you. So, I thought I'd just introduce myself to my wife.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to ask you, why do we have these headsets on?
Because you make me wear them.
No, these headsets are official, and they make us look official.
No.
And we're going to brainwash the people into thinking that we are official by looking official. Okay?
Okay.
It's all in the...
Good luck with that.
It's all in the present. Not the presence. How you present things.
Yeah.
And come across. Now, we could look, like, in the first couple seconds on YouTube, people are like, I'm not going to watch this. But if you catch somebody's eyes, boy, you're like, ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Where am I going with this?
I have no idea where you're going with this.
Lessons from the Ridge?
Yeah.
I think that's
the
what
title.
It is. Tim with RidgeLife. We'll link both down below.
Yeah.
He had a good sermon today, and he was just asking about...
Well, I think his channel is RidgeLife Lessons.
RidgeLife Lessons?
I think so. I think there's RidgeLife in it. But we'll link both of them
and he
down
does
below.
lessons from the Ridge on RidgeLife Lessons?
Yes, I think so.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
I think that's the case.
We'll get it straight and put it down below.
Yeah, we will link both channels
because we
down
are
below.
laser focused.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to capture the people in the first couple seconds of our show.
When you mess it all up, what can I do but get on to you?
All right. But, okay, listen to me. Now, so today is going to be about the occult.
Okay.
There's been over the years occults of ranging sizes, right?
Yes.
As small as like a couple people that thought that, they had an occult and they went down to like South America and they all drank, that's where the saying, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Because the guy convinced them all to
drink the Kool-Aid
and commit, the ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Safe words here, people.
Yeah.
This one's going up on YouTube, hopefully.
Yeah,
it will. So, and how do they get to that point? How do they get...
They're conditioned.
They're conditioned slowly. And they use a lot of tactics, okay? And the tactics being used, and if you study them, it's a lot of fear, and then protection, then fear, then protection, in and out. And if you ever leave... they give you fear that something terrible will happen to you and stuff like that, okay?
Yes.
Hey, read up on this stuff, man.
Yeah, okay.
Now, and I'm not even saying the occult is false. There's demonic spirits out there. And there's people that use the demonic spirits or they get, it works its way in. Maybe a human or something and voila, Just like there's Christians and the power of God and everything like that, there's also the power of evil.
Yes,
just decide. You can choose which one you want to go down.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't know which way you're choosing. Like there's been like other religious cults and everything too, right? That tell you, come with us, and then they start sleeping with the children and all kind of wacky, weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's bad,
Yeah, that is bad.
That's whenever you got to use your common sense and say, maybe this, religion is not for me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they just want you, every woman has to sleep with me, and and it's good for the church. That's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Bad.
Some people have a hard life. They're lost. They lure them in with not crazy stuff first, and then they go right to the crazy stuff, right? And they're just like, oh, I fell for this. So
yes.
And some parents and everything, they try to get their kids out of the cult. They're in there. They're so brainwashed that you can start giving them facts and tell them, hey man, we heard about that cult, on the news, and they're doing wacky stuff in that cult. Please come home with us, But they don't. They're just so involved. And again, some of the tactics of the occult is, like I say, fear.
Yes.
They fear, and then they give you protection, right? And a lot of, every occult uses these. Let's take gangs, for instance,
Yeah.
You join a gang, you are getting family. They, say, hey, we're strong together, we're a big family. You might be rejected, having a troubled life, but you're one of us here,
Yes.
And then they do the two, this gang is against this gang, and it just helps each gang, because you're being protected from that gang, and this gang is being protected from that gang.
Yeah.
So like two gangs are better than one,
Yeah, absolutely.
It just causes
friction.
And then if you took how the mob family, the Italian mob family, from Sicily, I don't know, I think that's where they all started, right? They probably started way back before that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. Do you want to interject?
No, I don't.
Okay. Some people say I talk too much, and you don't do any talk on a Grumpy Grandpa.
I don't
so
do
I'm
any
opening
talking.
up the door for you to interject your opinion right now.
Well, I was trying to organize my house, so my mind is thinking about the hundreds of things I need to do.
You're not focused.
No, I'm not laser focused at all.
You get laser focused.
No,
okay.
This is your channel.
All right, so gangs do it. The mob family does it because what does the mob family do? They go into, in cities, right? And they say, listen, protection. Your business got kind of destroyed last night.
Yeah.
If you don't want your business to get destroyed again, pay us, and we'll give you protection, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
They pay them because they know if they don't pay them, they themselves will destroy the business. See how that works? And it's fear, man. And they don't just, whenever they whack somebody, right? They do it in a fearful way, like gruesome, out in front, let everybody know what's happening to you.
Yes.
If you
go against them.
If you go against them,
Absolutely.
So fear.
Fear.
So there's all kinds of sizes of occult. And then you had the Third Reich, which was an occult. If you go back and look, Himmler and Goebbels, do your research. Don't take my word for it. They were deep into the occult. And a lot of things they were deep into the occult, maybe to also figure out how the occults affect people's minds, or they believe this, they believe that stuff, whatever. Yeah. They were deep into the occult. And, if you look at how they told the German people, to fear groups and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And, and to the point where everybody turned a blind eye. They were in the occult too, letting the Third Reich do whatever nefarious stuff
they wanted to do.
do. So that was on a country level, the occult. Well, now unfortunately, there's a world occult. I don't even know who's running the shit.
I don't know.
For
I don't
sure,
know who the top dog is.
Yeah, and they probably don't want you to know.
Yeah,
either.
we probably don't even. Yeah.
I suspect. A lot of the occult works in the shroud of what?
Secrecy.
Secrecy. Very good.
So
any other times, like in Christianity, there's no secrets. It's all written out in the Bible. It's in hotel rooms. They spread the word, right? Here's the book. Here's our plan. And this is how you get to heaven. There's no like secret society in the background doing stuff. If your church does have some secret stuff going on,
that's bad.
Maybe that's not good.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. But I do think the occult. I think they have to come out for power. I don't know. I never studied the the occult. But I think for power, I think part of the deal for the people that study it is that you have to show what you're going to do in advance.
Yeah, it seems like that because a lot of things will just like pop up and then go away and it's evil.
Yeah, and then so they slip up and they actually
say
it. I don't know what's going on with that.
Or do a symbol.
Yeah, somehow. You have to show your loyalty out in the public, and there's something about like public shaming. And stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's all.
I'm just saying these demonic spirits or whatever, and who they've got on their side, right?
Yeah,
and starting to study them and do their wild stuff. It's global, and it's now organizations. They control organizations that control the world now, like the UN, the WHO, all these things. And you look at the world leaders now, boy, they all are one big happy family now. They all meet, you know, and they're all smiling until my buddy Trump showed up, and they were all frowning.
Yeah, they were all frowning.
Because Trump wasn't in the club.
No, he wasn't in the club.
He wasn't in the occult. But I'm just saying. And so, you know, they've done nefarious stuff, whether it's real or not, or if they just projected the common cold as, you know, something doesn't, you know, they control the people that control the narrative. Yeah. So they might have released something and it was bad, but not, you know, super bad. Yeah. But they ran with fear on it.
Yes, they did. They do run it with fear. They're still running with fear.
So they own that. They own the politicians. They own the news organizations so that they can do their propaganda. And sports to spread their occult. And just again, slowly, you know. Do you have what's on
movie stars that control them?
Yeah.
Artists.
Well, all the artists, Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood. Well, did you say Hollywood?
No, I said news.
Oh, okay. So, but Hollywood,
and
record labels.
Don't believe me. People start watching all the trailers now for like specials that are on Showtime and Netflix, and there ain't no funny shows coming out like King of Queens.
There's like no comedies anywhere.
It's no comedies, and it's all about this town and horror and, you know, scaring you and zombies and you know, just like, you know, we have a killer amongst us, you know, things like that. You know, that's all there is out there. Yeah. You know, don't take my word for it. See what's advertised on your YouTube now. And I don't even have cable, but they advertise these crazy things to me. There's not like the Nelsons. No. You know, but who knows how long this all has been slowly
the plan
infiltrating and slowly, you know, take over the media and then slowly test the boundaries and stretch it and get people changed. And now there's a lot of people that are in this occult around the world. Some of them don't even know it. Some people do know it, you know, and some people are just oblivious to know that they're actually
in the occult.
So they're going along with the
narrative.
They think they're doing good.
Yes.
Because the TV and everything is telling them, hey, this is normal. You know, and, you know, this is bad and you have to do this. But I tried to wake people up from the occult. And there's some people that are trying to really wake up, like Salty, Cracker, Mark, Dice. These people are trying to unbrainwash
people.
The brainwash. And people say, well, you know, my argument with people is hard to get them out of the occult. Just like I'm trying to get friends and family that were trying to get their kids out of an occult, right? You try to, you know, but then they counter on the news and everything. Yes. And that's why it's always one step further, right? You know, you get this and then you get that. And then we go, oh, well, if we do this and we can all get back to normal. No, now you need this, and it's science. And if you study Himmler and Goebbels and all them, they use science to push their
agenda.
They all the time, and it's like science says we're the superior, you know, everything. I won't get into it. You, please just start going on YouTube and the internet and just start studying, you know, Himmler and Goebbels and the occult. It's really but they, you know, they had the Reichstag fire. I've talked about that before, right? And then people in Germany had to have papers to be able to move around, and they had you know, you were bad if you didn't have the papers, you know, and you were good if you had the papers, you know. It's all the same tactic. I'm trying to show these people out there that it's all the same tactic, you know. And if you do your research of the past, So I try to show that to the people. I'm like, this is the exact same thing they try to do, in the Third Reich,
Yeah.
But they're doing it on a world deal, world level now. It's like, do you not see it?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get these people out of the occult and wake up. And, you can even go back to just our Constitution and say, look, the Constitution says we're free to make our own decisions and blah, blah, blah. And we don't have any rights to make any of our own decision.
Yeah.
They had that. And then right after the Third Reich did their wacky crap, we had the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah.
And then they had Nuremberg laws that said you can't force any kind of a medical procedure on anybody.
Yeah.
None. Zilch. You can't force it on anybody.
Yeah.
Now they're forcing it on the whole world, Not just in this country, but the whole world. So you point out these couple things and like, but Mark, it's for our safety. You have a heart and just protect, and then so you go, well, you got the vaccine, right? And they're like, oh yeah, but you're still evil.
I know.
Because you're the worst person on the planet. Because you can still infect me. I'm like, well, you got the jibby jab. Did I say the word?
I think you did.
Oh, I don't know. So you get the jibby jab, right? And you're supposed to be protected, or else it's a really crappy.
But now they say put up back jab. On your other thing.
They're going backwards.
Even though, because you have the jibby jab.
Now here's where it comes down to, people. You don't know what's going on.
No.
You don't know that you're in the occult. No. You don't know a lot of stuff going on because, look at the NFL. You said it was in sports too.
Yeah,
like, did you watch the NFL halftime show? Were you coming out of there laughing and uplifted and happy, or or were you going like, there's some people like, ooh, that was cool. That was wild how they did the mirrors and this, and it was creepy. But if you step back and just look at it, it's like, was it a dog catching a frisbee?
No, it wasn't.
Was it a bunch of spider monkeys on little quad runners running around the field?
No, it wasn't.
And then like one stops, gets off the quad runner, and like steals a hot dog out of one of the people's like a kid was eating a hot dog and the spider monkey runs up, takes the hot dog, gets back on his quad runner and zips off.
Yeah, no.
Now that would be a good.
It would be.
If you went to Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show, was it on that or was it on Two Old People on a Couch? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think it was on Grumpy. I didn't know. It might have been
I think it was
Two
on
Old
Two
People on a Couch. We'll
maybe.
put the link down below. I did a Super Bowl. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
But it was American and it was uplifting. It was funny.
It was funny.
And it was cool. There's no fallen angels. And what about the Super Bowl with the the city's on fire?
Yeah.
And they look like tombstones.
Yeah.
You know how I say they have to project what they really want to happen.
Yeah.
And you talked about the Georgia Guidestones whenever you first started. Two Old People on the Couch.
Yeah.
And it was called Simple Life Prepper. You did a special on the Georgia Guidestones. It's like they have to project
what their agenda is to get the power from the evil spirits.
It's weird.
It is
But
weird.
I think it has to be that way.
I think it has to be.
And I used to think as a child, like, we didn't have internet or anything like that. But, you heard one guy saying, oh, man, you should hear what they're trying to do, right? And you're like, come on, I'm having a good life,
Yeah.
I feel relatively free. Going to the swimming pool as a kid, and everything. When I was younger, I was just wanting a rip-roaring good time. I didn't want to open my eyes to see
what's going on,
and I feel good for the people that almost can still do that, but I see what's going on. I know what's going on. I've studied the past to see what they're trying to do, and it's all there right out in the open if you look at it. So was I talking about anything before I got off on the Super Bowl?
No, you were good.
I was good?
We should wrap that up.
All I'm saying is, I don't know. If I'm trying to talk to you, if you know me personally, and I'm trying to tell you, you might go, okay, what's my crazy, relative up to now, right? I'm trying to get you out of the occult, people, And if you say, well, you're in the occult, grumpy grandpa, I'm like, am I secretive? Is Christianity secretive or anything like that? Are they trying to scare the crap out of it? Or they go, walk in faith, and have a good life. Don't worry about the things. Get out there and enjoy yourself, and I'll take care of it. You start to try to say all this, stuff. You start to hit them with true statistical facts.
Yes.
That what they're trying to scare you about is, maybe not as scary as you think it is, right? And just do your own research, right? And read the Constitution. That's about let's go as simple as that. If you think that I'm in the occult and I'm trying to change America, for the worst, and that I don't care about people's health and all that stuff, well, why don't you read the Constitution and see that the government wasn't supposed to do any of it. The government wasn't supposed to feed us. They weren't supposed to do anything. But there is kind people out there in churches
that will feed you.
That's their job. He's like, you come to America, you hit the ground running, and if you can't find a job at first, there's going to be some kind people
to help you out.
Hopefully. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that anybody's going to help you. The goodness of people should help you, not be forced upon you. Medical procedures should not be forced on anybody.
Yeah.
Especially, do your own research. Start looking at the jibby jab and the stats of people being affected by it. It's buried deep. I mean, the CDC has it, but they don't like to put it like easy button. Like, you know how you could hit an easy button and find the deaths of the CV, right? Oh boy. Everything was right out there. But that kind of stuff buried deep. They want to scare you, people. Do your own research. And on Tim's lesson today was, do you wear the thing or don't you? I don't wear it because I've done my research. It really doesn't block anything. It's more for psychological reasons. But, he said the same thing. If, I'm going into somebody's personal house and they require me to, I either won't go in the house or I'll put on a mask and abide by. It's just like, you went to your grandma's, right? And your grandma had rules. And, like no hat at the table, something, whatever like that. Yeah. You were in her house, you played by her rules. I'm not saying it's good or bad, whether you should wear it or not wear it. Just wear it if you think it helps, but we think it's more for nefarious controlling purposes and for the fear factor and not being able to see expressions.
It desensitizes us to
desensitizes us and stuff like that. It's a tactic. Go back and ask any woman over in Sharia law how those masks are, if they're uplifting or if they're kind of you just stay down low and in your place kind of a thing. I don't know. I've talked for a while now. Yeah. How long has this show been going on? 24 minutes. Well, let's get out of here. It was great to get a grumpy back out there.
You haven't done a grumpy in a while.
I hope some of my close friends and relatives and everything finally release themselves from the occult before they're told, hey, take this and you'll be beamed up to an alien spaceship, like, that one occult was, drink the Kool-Aid. I don't know why they were supposed to do it, but they all did it. Remember the ones that they were in their beds and they committed,
they were gonna be,
I'm not going to say the word.
No, they would have been beamed up.
And because the ship was coming by at that exact same time. Yeah. And that's how powerful
occult.
Those people are probably really decent, good people that meant no harm to anybody. But they bought into it. Yes. And if any relative tried to say, the spaceship coming by and I'd pass on that. Okay. Oh, one other tip for you youngins, if you made it this far, say Twisted Axe down below. Okay. Twisted Axe. I always like to see if anybody listens to my crap.
Yeah.
You know, but a little bit of advice to men out there. There's this club in Oklahoma where you throw an axe into like darts. You know.
Yeah.
I would stick with darts. You know, it's a little bit safer. But you know, if you're gonna break up with your girlfriend, don't do it at that, club with the axes. Yeah. Don't do it at the Twisted Axe club. And girls, if your first date is, hey, let's go throw axes into a log, it might be okay, but you might think maybe think dinner, And if you go back to his place and he's got a collection of, hatchets and axes that he likes, to take down to the club, you
might still steer clear.
Might tell him, we're going to go out, but you come over to my place.
Yeah.
Come over to my place, pick me up, and then, we'll go to Olive Garden.
Yes.
Because that's where I took you on our first date, Olive Garden.
Yes.
That wasn't, what would you have said if let's go throw axes into the wood?
I don't know what I would have thought.
You probably would have liked it.
Yeah, I probably would have liked it.
Because we were young. We didn't fear things.
No.
Okay. I just thought I'd throw that. Oh, and another thing, I'm under 30 minutes right now, is I was trying to find a football game, and I came across, and the one channel was showing these people that race on ice skates. Down and around.
Yeah.
And they bump into each other. It's kind of like rollerblading plus, doing that. And they interviewed the one guy. And I wanted to get this advice out to everybody.
Okay.
They said, what is your strategy? He goes, I like to get out in front, and I like to cross the finish line first. And the announcer goes, okay, good. I was like, boy, you know what? Good. Good
advice.
Get out in front and finish first. It's a good strategy.
It is a good strategy.
And you had one observation. You want to get it in real quick?
Oh, well, we were watching like the pre-games and stuff for the football yesterday, and all the players are out in the field, and they're all warming up and everything, and they're all out there taunting each other and everything. And the next thing you know, they're back.
They go back in the tunnel.
Yeah, they go back in the tunnel so that they can race out with all the pomp and circumstance going on and all the excitement, run out.
And come right back where they were.
Come right back out where they were to begin with.
It's non-productive.
Right. It's like, you're wasting time.
Let's just have them come out of the tunnel.
To begin with. And
save that energy for the game.
Yeah.
And I thought, what?
And get on with it.
That's a good observation. So,
all right.
On that note, like I say to all my knuckleheads at the end of the video, please be kind and rewind so the next person can watch this video.